Genesis, the first book in the Bible, is more than just an ancient collection of stories. It's a profound exploration of beginnings. It unveils the origin of the world, humanity, and our relationship with God. As Christians, understanding Genesis is crucial. It lays the groundwork for our faith, shaping how we view God, ourselves, and our purpose. Join us in this series where we delve into the depths of Genesis, exploring its mysteries and discovering its timeless truths. Our first episode is titled In the Beginning. Let's unpack this phrase and its significance. What does it mean to begin? And why is it so important that we understand what was in the beginning? Genesis doesn't just tell us about the beginning of the world. It also reveals the character of God and the principles that govern our relationship with Him. We see a God who is powerful, righteous, and full of compassion, created everything and takes responsibility for His creation. This sets the stage for the rest of the Bible, showing us the kind of God we can trust and the expectations He has for His people. By understanding Genesis, we gain insight into God's nature and our place in His plan. We discover the foundation of our faith and the principles that guide us in our walk with Christ. So let us embark on this journey through the book of Genesis and uncover the mysteries that await us. Let's start at the very beginning. The words in the beginning hold immense power, marking not just a temporal starting point, but a pivotal moment in time when the course of existence shifted. These words found in the opening verse of Genesis invite us to consider the vastness of creation and the profound implications of our own existence. Before we dive into the rich tapestry of Genesis, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of these words. When we think of beginnings, we often associate them with innocence, potential, and new life. A baby's first smile, the first day of school, the launch of a new venture, each holds a unique charm and significance. But no beginning can compare to the creation of the universe as described in Genesis. In just 6 days, God brought forth light into darkness, separated the waters from the sky, created land, sea, and living creatures, culminating in the creation of humankind in His own image. The sheer scope and complexity of creation are mind-boggling. Galaxies, stars, and planets came into existence, intricate ecosystems formed, and the first humans, Adam and Eve, were created in God's likeness. This act of creation was not merely a physical event, it was a divine masterpiece, a testament to God's power, wisdom, and creativity. But why did God create? Why did He bring forth this grand tapestry of existence? Genesis offers some profound insights. First, creation was an act of love. God, in His infinite wisdom and compassion, desired to have fellowship with His creation. He wanted to share His existence with creatures that could love and appreciate Him. Second, creation was purposeful. Each element of creation had its place and function. The earth was made to sustain life, the sun and moon to regulate time and the seasons, and humanity to care for the earth and reflect God's glory. Creation was not an act of whim or caprice, but a deliberate and intentional act by a loving God. As we reflect on these truths, we are filled with awe and wonder at the thought of such a powerful and benevolent God who created all things for a purpose. Understanding Genesis helps us grasp the foundational truths of our faith. It reveals God's character, His creative power, His love for humanity, and His plan for the world. Genesis also shows us the consequences of sin and the entry of evil into the world. Through the fall of man, we see the effects of disobedience and the brokenness that sin brings into our lives and the world around us. Despite this, there is a glimmer of hope in Genesis. God promises a Savior who will come from the line of Abraham, offering a glimpse of the redemptive plan that unfolds throughout the Bible. By studying Genesis, we gain a deeper understanding of our need for salvation and the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. Moreover, Genesis teaches us valuable lessons about faith and obedience. We see examples of individuals like Noah, Abraham, and Joseph who exhibit faith in God despite facing challenges and persecution. Their stories inspire us to remain faithful in our own walks with God, knowing that He is with us every step of the way. In conclusion, Genesis is not just a historical account or a collection of ancient myths. It is the very foundation of our Christian faith, reveals God's character, His plan for creation, and the hope we have in Jesus Christ. By understanding Genesis, we gain a solid foundation for our faith, equipping us to live godly lives and share the gospel with those around us. So let's continue our journey through the book of Genesis, allowing its timeless truths to guide and inspire us as we seek to know and serve our Creator. Now let's move on to our next episode titled The Genesis Narrative. The Genesis narrative is more than just a collection of stories. It's a profound exploration of our beginnings and our relationship with God. As we delve into this rich tapestry of faith, let us remember that every word was carefully chosen by divine inspiration and has a message for us today. The creation account in Genesis lays the groundwork for our understanding of God, ourselves, and the world we inhabit. It tells us that the universe didn't just happen by chance. It was lovingly crafted by a divine being who took deliberate actions to bring forth life and beauty. This truth has profound implications for how we view our existence. If we believe that someone so powerful and purposeful created us, we can also trust him to be with us in times of trouble and guide us along our life's journey. Moreover, the creation account reveals something remarkable about God's character. He is a God who desires relationship. He didn't just create the world and move on. He took great joy in what he made, particularly humankind, created in his own image. God's desire for fellowship with his creation is a recurring theme throughout Genesis. In the Garden of Eden, we see a peaceful world where humans and God walk together, enjoying each other's company. This close relationship is disrupted by the fall of man, leading to sin and brokenness entering the world. Yet even in the midst of this, God's desire for connection does not fade. He seeks out Adam and Eve after they disobey him, demonstrating his mercy and willingness to forgive. This pattern continues as we meet other key figures in Genesis, such as Noah, Abraham, and Jacob. God chooses these individuals and forms special covenants with them, entering into binding agreements that shape their destinies in the course of history. One of the most significant aspects of the Genesis narrative is the concept of covenant. God establishes covenants or agreements with his chosen people, promising to bless them and their descendants if they obey and follow his laws. The covenant with Abraham in particular is a cornerstone of the Old Testament and a foreshadowing of the new covenant established through Jesus Christ. These covenants reveal God's faithfulness and his desire to have a people who are set apart for him, living according to his righteous standards. Throughout the Genesis narrative, we encounter various tests and trials that these patriarchs face. From Noah's struggle to build an ark, to Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son Isaac, these stories illustrate the importance of faith and obedience in a world that often goes against God's will. Their actions and decisions have far-reaching consequences, shaping not only their own lives, but the lives of their descendants and future generations. As we study the Genesis narrative, let us be challenged by the faith of these biblical heroes and strive to emulate their commitment to God. The Genesis narrative culminates with Jacob's journey to Bethel, where he has a profound encounter with God, renews his commitment to follow the Lord, and receives a new name, Israel. This marks a turning point as Israel, meaning one who wrestles with God, becomes the ancestor of the nation of Israel. The stories in Genesis may seem ancient and distant, but they have a profound impact on us today. They shape our understanding of God, his character, his love for humanity, and his plan for the world. They remind us that we are not alone in this world, but that God is with us every step of the way, ready to guide and bless us if we choose to follow him. In our next episode, we will explore further the profound themes and teachings found in the book of Genesis. Join us as we continue our journey through this foundational book of the Bible and uncover the mysteries that await us. Hey, awesome people! Thanks for joining us on this episode of Laying the Foundation, Unlocking the Mysteries of the Book of Genesis. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Also, please give us a thumbs up if you learned something new or found value in this episode. Your support means a lot to us and helps us keep producing great content. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends and family. God bless you, and we'll catch you in the next episode.